Hey, what's up guys? In this video, I'm gonna show you how to create simple main menu for your game in Unreal. The easiest way, in my opinion, to create a really simple main menu is to simply create a new level and then take advantage of Unreal's innate ability, specifically launch a level at the start of the game. So I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean in a second, but first we are gonna need to create our level. So I'm gonna go into content browser, right click and create a new level, and I'm gonna call it main menu level. Then we can open this. If you watched one of my previous videos about making levels, then you'll know that when we create level this way, it's completely empty and there is nothing in it. That's completely fine because that's what we want. So we are gonna go into the edit and project settings. Then under maps and modes in the project on the left, we are gonna click on that. And then in the game default, we are gonna go and instead of third person map, I'm gonna search for a main menu. And I'm gonna select this one. This makes it so that when we actually finish the game and export it, when the game launches, it's gonna always launch at this level, and that's the key. Because now when we are gonna go back, we can close the settings, we can go into here, and then click on this, and then we can open level blueprint, like this. And this is the level blueprint of our new main menu level. So, what we are gonna do, is we're gonna delete this event stick, and we are gonna only work with event begin play. So we are going to drag from event begin play, and we are going to search for create widget. Then we are going to drag from a return value and add it to viewport. Then we are going to right click and search for get player controller. From player controller, we are going to drag and search for set cursor. We are going to search for set show mouse cursor, plug it in, and then make sure it's ticked. Then from get player controller, we are going to drag again and search for UI mode only. Set input mode UI only. And what this does, when we launch this level, we are going to create a widget, which is going to be our main menu. We are going to create that in a second. Then we are adding it to the viewport. And then from get player controller, we are making sure that we can actually see our mouse so that player knows where to click. And then we are also setting input mode UI only, because we don't want to click on something and be able to move in the game. We want to just click on the main menu and buttons in it. So we're going to go back and we're going to go into content browser, right click, user interface down at the bottom and search for widget blueprint. And we're just going to click on the user widget. I'm going to call my main menu. And we can open it. I'm just going to go back into level blueprint, and in the create widget, when I compile, as you can see, we get an error because we didn't select a widget. So I'm just going to quickly select my main menu widget and compile again, and as you can see, it works just fine. So we can go into that widget. We're going to search for canvas panel here. This is basically a representation of our player's screen. Then I'm gonna just get a simple image here, and I'm just gonna drag it around so that it's bigger than the canvas panel. That means it's even off screen. And obviously you can design your main menu on your own, and you're gonna add a whole bunch of stuff into it probably. Me, I'm just gonna go with a really simple setup. So I'm just gonna make a black background, and then we can get a button like this. I'm gonna add just text to it. Click on size to content. Then I'm gonna click on the text. And in the text box, I'm gonna call this play game. And I'm gonna click on this button. I'm gonna press F2 and I'm gonna rename this to play game button, so I know which one is which. Then I'm just gonna press Ctrl D to duplicate it. I'm gonna get the other one, drag it down here. Then I'm gonna rename it to quit game button. I'm gonna click on the text. And I'm gonna change it to quit game. So with that, we are gonna just have these two quick functions for now. In the future videos, I'm gonna show you how to do a bit of a different style of main menu, and also how to add different buttons with different functionalities. But this is just a quick, simple setup so that you know how to set up your main menu. So with this done, we can go into the graph. In the event graph, under variables, we have these two buttons. So I'm gonna click on the first one, and in the events on clicked, I'm gonna add plus, and then do the same thing with the quit game button. So from the quit game button, it's really simple. We are just gonna drag out and search for quit game. And Unreal already has a built-in node that allows us to either put the game in the background or just quit. And from the play game button, we're gonna drag out and we're gonna search for an open level by name. And here we can fill out whatever level we want. So I'm gonna go into my content browser, and I'm gonna search for the level that I already have. So for me, that's gonna be third person map. So I'm just gonna press F2, and I'm gonna press Ctrl C to copy the name, and I'm just gonna go here, delete none, and press Ctrl V to paste it in. And this is actually it. Now, since we are doing it in main menu level, you need to remember that if you want to test out stuff around your main menu, you need to actually be in the editor in the main menu. So I'm gonna just press play this level. And as you can see, we have two buttons. So if I press quit game, it closes the game. As you can see, it ended. I'm gonna press play again. I'm gonna press play game, and it launches me back into the play game. However, as you can see, I can't really move around. That is because we didn't change the input mode. So we're gonna go back into our main menu widget, and in here we're gonna get controller, get player controller. We're gonna drag from here, we're gonna search for input game, set input game only, plug it in, and then we're gonna just for the good measure, we're gonna drag from get player controller and search for set mouse cursor. And we're gonna make sure it's unchecked, that way we are not gonna see it. And I'm gonna press play game. As you can see, it launches me into my level, can move around and everything. I hope you found this helpful. In the future, I'm gonna show you how to do different stuff like settings. So if you want to see them, leave a like, subscribe so you don't miss it. It helps out a lot. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye!